Oh my God, she's here again. Mother Nature has called. Once again, my period is back for the 100th time. And yes, you would think that at the age of 27, you'd be so used to this right now. But honestly, it still comes as a surprise every single month. I'm always in pain, and people might say you should know how to cope with it by now. But I swear to God, like every single year, every month, my symptoms seriously start to change. And I guess it happens as you get older as well. But I wanted to jump on and just talk about this and have a little girly chat, because not enough of us talk about periods and how much they suck. And before I even go into that, like, yes, I do see it as a time of cleansing, a time for releasing negativity and things we don't serve, as much as it's also like shedding your womb lining as well. I see it as like a positive thing because you're releasing all the negative toxins, and it's a way that our bodies cleanse themselves. However, they effing suck, okay? We have to deal with a week or sometimes more of a build-up of just feeling rubbish, feeling stressed, feeling hypersensitive, feeling angry, feeling touchy, craving sugar, craving rubbish food. We get spots, we get bloating, we get headaches, we get backaches, we get, what else? Spotting. One of my recent ones is I now get fatigued, apparently. I suffer with fatigue. I get tired at least one day the week of my period. This has happened for the last 2 months now, where I've just not known why I'm struggling to get out of bed. Thank God I work from home so I can sit and be comfortable, because if I was in the office, I would be dying. I know there are some people out there that go, oh my God, there's worse pains out there. Well, you know what? Not everybody's periods are the same. I've got some friends that have no symptoms at all. They have no cramps, and they just go, oh yeah, just walk it off. And I'm like, oh, so good for you. So I have PCOS as well, which I know is super common, and we get even worse symptoms. We get worse bloating. So yeah, not very fun. Okay, so when people then turn around and say, oh yeah, you can get over it, well, actually no, not all the time. In my 27 years of having crappy periods, I have learned a thing or two about how to make myself feel better. So I'm going to share some of these here now, just because we're here and we're having this girly talk. So number one here is hot compress. I don't care what it is, if it's a hot water bottle, if it's a menstruation belt, if it's a heat pad, if it's literally a hot drink that you hold on your stomach, if it's a bath, because I know some women love to have baths on their period. Totally up to you if you want to do that, or even like using the shower and then just having a hot water on yourself. Point is, hot compressions, they seriously help with cramps. They help so much. My second tip is to take some sort of vitamin that is going to help you with your time of the month. So there's evening primrose oil, which I find has actually helped with mood swings that I get like before my periods or in the lead up to my periods. It's also helped as well just with them being slightly lighter, but also that's another thing that you have to remember to take, and you have to take it every single day. A lot of multivitamins tend to have evening primrose oil in it, so yeah, 10 out of 10, definitely recommend that. The other one I would recommend is drinking some sort of raspberry tea or red berry teas. Berry teas are known to help with the downstairs area, particularly time of the month, cranberry juice, that sort of thing. As much as they do help with like kidneys as well, they also are supposed to help with periods. So like a rule of thumb is like anything that's like a red tea is meant to help with down there. I don't know if it's an old wives' tale, but I do know that it works. Sugar cravings. You are naturally going to get cravings in sugar, and I know this is because your hormones are pretty much all over the place. So what I've started to do is substitute my sugar cravings with a healthier sugar cravings. So what I'll do is I will have dark chocolate instead of a normal chocolate, and rather than having the whole bar, I'll give myself like maybe a quarter of the bar or half the bar. That takes a lot of self-discipline and a lot of self-restraint, but I know that if I only have a quarter or half the bar, I'm going to feel less crap afterwards. Also, in terms of sugars, I swap it out for dried fruit rather than having candy. I swap it out for dried fruit, so things like dried mango, dried banana, dried strawberry, those little fruit wind-up things or yo-yo sweets, they're great, and they're vegan friendly as well, which is an added bonus if you are a vegan. Swap it out for healthier, natural fruit. You're gonna feel a lot less crap because you're not putting processed stuff in your body, and naturally you are gonna crave these things. So if you are craving them, at least you're doing it in a healthier sort of manner. Off the back of that as well, I take ibuprofen, which I know some people are like, oh, I don't really want to take painkillers, I don't want to take tablets, but sometimes you don't really have a choice, that you have to take something, you have to keep going. Ibuprofen is the one that works. It is a great painkiller. Now let's even talk about things that you use on your period as well. So more and more studies and research are coming out these days that the tampons, pads that we do tend to use are full of bleach, they're full of chemicals. It's not just pure cotton. There are some really good natural alternatives. There's a company called Flow that do organic cotton alternatives. There's a few other companies out there as well, but my point is swapping some of these out as well can be a really good way that you can help to just manage your period. The only thing is, I know that the price point on these are like 50 to 60p more expensive, but if you are happy to spend that out, totally recommend just giving that a go. I think some of it is made out of like bamboo as well, if I'm saying that correctly off the top of my head. The other thing I would also mention is get yourself some comfortable underwear. There is no reason why you should be wearing lacy underwear. If you leak, you're going to feel awful for doing it. I have literally selected underwear that I wear just for when I'm on my time of the month, and they are like brief sort of style underwear, and some of it is like quite, they're like cute, like little, it's like half sort of lacy, half normal, but my point is that it's not like my normal underwear that I am going to wear and then going to be really annoyed when it's ruined with blood and just, yeah, all of that awful stuff. So yeah, that's another option for you as well. Have a hot water bottle on demand. I also make sure that I have comfy clothes on. Wear your joggers, wear your loungewear. I literally live in them when I am on my time of the month because that's what makes me feel so much more comfortable. So yeah, they're the little things I do. I first had my period when I was 12 going on 13. I think it was literally like 2 weeks before my 13th birthday. My mum had taught me all about what periods were, so I kind of already knew what it was, but at the same time I was at my friends and it was like at that weird stage of being on your time of the month where like it's not necessarily like bright red crimson blood, so I just didn't know what it was. I remember coming home from my friends and being like to my mum, what is this? And she was like, oh, congratulations, you're a woman now. And then everything just went downhill from there and I had the worst cramps ever. But we move, we've learned how to cope with these things. A lot of people just don't understand how bad cramps are, so I'm here to just come online and just have this girly talk with you and say, sis, I am with you. I know that periods suck, I know that periods are hard, but there are so many ways that we can get around them and make them more manageable. So if you guys have any tips on things that you do to get around your periods, how to cope with the pain, how to feel better on your time of the month, please do comment them down below. I am so keen to have this conversation with you guys because I'd love to learn some new tips too, even at the age of 27. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching my video. Please make sure you like and subscribe, and I will also have another video that will pop up somewhere along here. Give that a little watch and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks, bye.